where we are. Jamaica is one of our favorite places to go.
I was just gonna ask you if you have ever gone to Jamaica.
Oh yeah, we've been a few times, and actually I emceed a wedding in Jamaica a few years ago.
Cool.
I was asked to come down and do that, so that was a fun gig to have.
Right.
Getting to fly down and hang out on the island, be on island time for a little bit, and, enjoy my time.
I am not self-centered, but how would you sell Jamaica in a minute?
If you want to be in the most relaxed, laid-back state that you could ever be in, and you want to surround yourselves with the most friendly, most giving, most loving people on the planet while surrounded by the bluest, warmest, calmest waters, you can't go anywhere other than Jamaica. Come to the island, sit back, enjoy yourself, because your watch doesn't matter, your phone is lost, and I would have to say that you will have the greatest time of your life. So come down, enjoy some rum. Don't be shy. Don't be a stranger.
In Jamaica, right?
In Jamaica.
Jamaica,
yeah,
man. I love that, man. I love that. Okay.
Oh, the name come up, And even too long time you have a name neither, and as a recent time, my eyes them keep swelling up. Like you have like this month, this eye swell up, next month, this eye swell up. So it keep on repeating itself.
Yeah.
So I have a little general now where see me and say, say big woman thing, I boss of your name because you don't know, them eyes just a swell up.
Yeah.
But the name what him give me, even though it's a very powerful name because probably I see me see too much because I can really see a lot. Yeah. So we just accept the name and work with it. I don't know the little dollar sign them run about.
Yeah, man, we don't know it's
money.
Yeah,
you don't say money, so you know it's the eyes and the money said you as a boss.
Yeah. And I talk about that before we go in who is I boss. Me a little thing about the song about money and champagne. I can't really play nothing right now.
Davis is a guy, when he was a young boy, he always had a stick in his hand and pretending it was a sword and wanted to be a sword fighter. And what happened was, as I grew up, I never grew out of that. And I decided to become a stunt man, a fight director, and I ended up meeting two of the top fight directors in the country who started giving me their training for free. And I was going for my black belt in Taekwondo at the time. And what happened was I was invited to a friend's house to help him unload his van that was full of boxes that were 80 pounds each. And I climbed up in that van and I picked up that first box. And as I turned to set that box outside of the van, my spine broke in two and I collapsed. And they hauled me to the hospital paralyzed. Doctor said, Mr. Davis, you've got a condition known as spina bifida occulta. And basically, when he said that, my response, of course, was Gesundheit, because I had no idea what he was talking about. Basically what it was, three of my vertebrae never formed properly at birth. And when I turned and twisted, I literally broke my spine in half. The doctor said, you'll probably never walk again, and if you do, you'll never have a physical career. And during that time, I became enlightened to the writings of a man named Bruce Lee in his book called The Tao of Jeet Kune Do, and the concepts of staying very present and mental flexibility. By leveraging that and then moving on to discover what I would eventually call the 5 Fs, I actually worked my way out of that bed. In the first, I would say the first 30 days, I was able to actually sit up on the side of the bed. Within 6 months, I was walking around. At a year, I was back to where I would consider the normal physicality, not back to where I was strength-wise before. But at a year and 6 months, I gave myself a big present. I climbed up on top of a 3-story tower and I jumped off of it.
Okay then.
And I went on to do over 4,000 live comedy sword fighting stunt shows all over the world. I've worked with movie stars. I've climbed mountains around the world. I've been on top of Machu Picchu and Mount Sinai, and I have been all over the world. I've been to 30 countries. I've done everything that I have ever wanted to do after that.
Welcome. Those of you on YouTube channel, Canyouth Media, welcome. We know that there are persons listening to us from Canada, United States, naturally, Jamaica, naturally, United Kingdom, Ukraine, Guyana, Ghana, Spain, France, Germany, to name a few. Welcome to Canyouth Exploration, your topic in the podcast. I am Dr. Canyouth White.
I have been to New York.
Tell me about it.
It's the best city in the world. And as you had alluded to, you know, my passion from 6 years old was theater. And if you want to go see theater, you go to New York City. You stand in line and take tickets and you get whatever cheap seat you can. And you go see a big Broadway show. Yeah, no, I've been to New York multiple times and flown in to all three airports. JFK, LaGuardia, you know, I pop in and out all the time. And my wife is actually in construction. And I want to take her to New York. She's never been. We actually had a plan. It was our 10-year anniversary. Today, happy anniversary to me, Dr. White.
Anniversary from Canyouth.
Happy anniversary to me. It is our 11-year anniversary today.
Cool.
And last year for our 10-year anniversary, we actually wanted to go to New York. And unfortunately, you know, the city and the country was shut down, so we didn't get to go do that. But yeah, no, it's my goal to actually expose her to some of the architecture there because it's phenomenal, from the Brooklyn Bridge to, you know, at Times Square, just to stand in Times Square and to look at it. Central Park, the fact that that urban area has maintained its value and has been preserved for as long as it has. A designed urban space, you know, like that is phenomenal. And as somebody who is from Canada, I can really appreciate open green spaces in cities. So the fact that New York has maintained it makes me happy. So
I love it.
You can't take that spirit out of somebody, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. You know what? The Jamaican spirit. Okay, David Conscious is going to be here now. Let us welcome David Conscious. David.
Greetings, hello, my brothers. Yes, one love, one heart.
Yeah, we are getting every feedback from you though, like you're in the wind, man. It's you I'm hearing that windy sound from?
Maybe, I think so. Can't correct that.
All right. Yeah. Cool. Hey, Vertex outlies here. Can you imagine? Vertex outlies somewhere. I'm gonna let him in soon. But I wasn't expecting Vertex outlaw because Vertex start make big money, you know. And Vertex end up somewhere in Montego Bay and we couldn't find him. Alright, let me let in Vertex outlaw.
Hey, let's go.
Vertex outlaw, I'm with us on Canyouth Exploration. I have with us LT Lamont Tucker, co-host. And you have David Brown on the other side, Vertex Outlaw. Welcome, David. Yeah?
Man, give thanks, you know?
Yeah. Vertex, you last man, we couldn't find you none at all. What's up? we couldn't find you at all, Vertex.
No, you know what's actually after Blazer come in and know the curfew was, you know what I said?
It's it.
Yeah, I don't want to let you in and put in too much in this, so I'm let you down, you know.
All right, boss man, all right. And LT, the co-host, you know, is in Chicago, out of Chicago. Right? China do a piece to say, I'm a Jamaican in New York. Hey, I'm a Jamaican in New York. China piece that. So I'm a Jamaican in Florida, right? We know that Vertex and David Conscious is in Jamaica. LT out of Chicago. But guys, Chicago is not the state, you know.
Yeah.
Many people think that Chicago is the state. What about your personal self? Tell us about your professional self. Sorry, your professional self.
My professional self.
Not your personal self.
Not personal. Well, my professional self.
Professional self.
well, good afternoon, Antoinette. Thank you. And Canyouth, always a pleasure.
Yeah, man.
So my professional self. Wow. I'm a professional father. I can start right here. And a professional husband.
Yeah.
Right. But at another level of professionality, I should say. I'm currently the safety and security coordinator with the Ministry of Education in Jamaica. I'm a former dean of discipline at Elizabeth High School and a former guidance counselor, Spanish teacher of business basics and physical education. So I've been in education for for quite some time. So yeah, that is a wrap up of my professional sense.
All right. I hear you. Well, professional. Okay, guys. What I want you to do, I know you're also here in the capacity of a parent, parents, right? Even though you have worked in the, for Antoinette, she's a teacher. You, Joseph, you are a dean of discipline. You're still in the education system in Jamaica.
I definitely coming up.
Yeah.
You can, if you like, you can do it again. I'm telling him, say, yeah, man, this is something we can do, man.
Genuine.
Then one job that man said, I'm a job.
That sounds good. But my thing now, the whole thing about the service that you offer, I need to hear that from you. I saw something going around on social media, right? I have a clip. Hold on. I have a clip of it, really, right? Hold on for me.
I mean, Kingston 11. I mean, say, as you're dead, call me. As you're dead, call me. 3 grand sing, 5 grand sing and ball, 7 grand sing ball and roll. And if you use car bar, dig me off a coffin to go down there, all at 10 grand. That's a town price. Country price of 5 grand sing, 7 grand sing ball and roll, 10 grand sing ball and roll. And if you use car bar and dig me off at 13 grand. As you're dead, call me. As you're dead, call me. If I'm staying at a coffin, you can't cover me. No, if you're going to cover me, if you're going to put them 300 million each, and they can cover me. Yeah.
So as you're dead.
In 11, you practice this thing. You practice this thing, don't it? I gotta trademark this. All right, let me hear it from you now, live.
Probably more trendier times of it's kind of a hot topic right now that it's gotten a bad rap because it seems selfish when it's really not, because in order to do all the things that we're doing for the ones we love that we want to keep doing, at some point I like to think of it as we are deep wells filled with water, okay? And we're always pouring out cups of water to give to people to nourish them and care for them and love them, whatever, fill their tanks. Well, eventually that well has only got so much water. It's going to run out. There's no water left. There ain't no water left. There ain't nothing you can do about it unless you're putting something back in. So care is a time and a way to kind of rejuvenate and refuel and replenish what you've been so willingly and lovingly giving out. And so that you're not burnt out. And so that if you take that 5 minutes, now self-care is a very broad topic because it implies anything involving caring for oneself, the needs of the self. Now that can look like very different things because we're very different individuals and we fuel ourselves through very different means. I like to journal, I like to swim, I like to listen to music, I like to hang out with my girlfriend, whatever. Some people may want to do yoga, some people want to meditate, do art, exercise, garden, sports, go running. I don't know. Me personally, you ain't ever going to see me run. That's work. Unless I'm scared or running for my life and across the road, I ain't running nowhere. Okay, that's work to me. That ain't relaxing.
I was very quiet. Like I was very, I would say, like introverted, but I also was one of those kids where I was like very smart, but I also had ADHD. So like I was like totally getting stuff done. And then I finished my tests in like 5 minutes and then I just sit and scratch and color on my desk, like that type of behavior. So I was always somebody who liked to be like doing stuff, busy, whatever. So I was like playing sports. I was part of clubs. I was doing all this stuff. And then eventually I got to a point where I was like kind of narrowing down, like playing I was like really into basketball. I still am. But I was like playing basketball, part of like the film club. And then obviously was doing a lot of like own fiction writing for me, and poetry writing, which none of that was really very good. but English and writing was always something that I was interested in.
Very good.
Yeah.
And ADHD, attention deficit hyperactive disorder. You might not know, Ben, but I'm a psychologist / psychotherapist. I have a master's in psychology. I've worked with a number of children with ADHD. So
very cool.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I didn't get diagnosed with until later, in my high school / career. Yeah, or college. Yeah.
Okay,
it was later.
Cool. But you're doing well. All right. Tell me now, the organizations, you realize the challenges that organizations are now facing almost 2 years because of this pandemic. We all realize what's going on, right? Case of organization post-pandemic.
Yeah, I think and this is going to sound really bad, and I don't mean to intend to say that I obviously didn't like the pandemic. I felt like it was just not great overall. But I think from a business standpoint, it gave business owners the push that they needed to finally kind of pivot their business to be more scalable. I think a lot of businesses, unless you're like a restaurant, but even restaurants were coming up with creative solutions. Like that level of adversity on business helps you come up with creative solutions, I think. And that was one of the coolest things that I've seen is like businesses shifting their mindset from how am I going to tackle, someone walking by, or how am I going to like reach out to someone walking by, to how can I get my product in front of someone in a digital landscape, or how can I
go ahead faster.
Sorry, have you ever like keep a seminar for like youths in bad communities, because your story really encouraging, because places to see where you go through, it's just encouraging, without be uplifting for you, because then some persons feel like say they're somewhere and then they will never ever move on that spot there, and then now they get no better, and them people can always look upon them as thugs. People will now become not all, because me actually know the feeling, because some persons still look upon me that way there. So it's just encouraging, because if other persons hear what you actually go through, it could make one real impact. You could make a real impact on your life.
Oh yes, Emma. I've been doing this. Well, I mean, I was dean at Canyouth. I was director of behavioral management and so on at Excelsior Community College. Started dean of discipline for all the campuses. So I was able to talk to them, the men, about that, and females as well, right? And I am sure I am still able to do that. I will be able to do that. And if I'm invited again to your college or wherever, I will be doing that. But I'm happy to know that I am having this impact and you guys, because I know that you can make it. But personally for you, don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. You do what you are doing to achieve. I was a lecturer, that wasn't said. I lectured at UWI open campus. I lectured at UCC and some other places, right? And I remember walking into an exam room, right? And the invigilator, which is external invigilator, saw me coming in and say, "Hey, where you going?" Because I dress a jeans and a t-shirt, and the lady said, "No, it's my lecturer." So I tell you this, so you have to understand, I went to places already doing business, and is when I say, I was a justice of the peace in Jamaica as well, let me tell you that, right? When I say, well, I'm Canyouth White, I'm a psychologist, oh, okay, sir, I start to get that respect, because they look at me differently, to know that you come from the inner city and so on, but when they know it, but don't worry. Go ahead. Hey, this was Canyouth's Exploration, your topic in a podcast, a CM Pen LLC production. I am Dr. Canyouth White. Remember to subscribe, share, rate, and comment. You can reach me at wradio668@gmail.com. Follow me on Instagram at Canyouth's Exploration. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.